The joy of past 5 days settles in my bone like a mountain sun. A profound warmth built from the impossible turquoise of glacier lakes. The thunderous roar of waterfalls cascading down ancient rock and the silent, majestic watch of snow-capped peaks. The yak and the blue sheep live a life of austere fortune, seemingly blessed by the very elements they endure. If it weren't for my own imagination, I would never be able to picture a rainbow sunbathing on the mountain. Everything was so perfect I felt like I was truly living until I got hit by a profound melancholy at the thought of returning to my reality. I prepare myself by embracing all the experience that I have until now. Welcome to Bhutan. Welcome to Jhomolhari. After a great night's sleep, now we will set off for a summit viewpoint that offers stunning views of 3 majestic mountains: Mount Jhomolhari, Mount Jigme and Mount Tshentho. Provided if the weather is clear.
Good morning. Today we watching 4th day. Today we watching sago dinale te Jangothang judo. The Jangothang judo analytical lachizek viewpoint nalujuni. The any viewpoint dinale kachi tonsu so watching Jhomolhari tonsu Jujudagi tonsu the Trimwan tonsu session. The come to this Namshe Nation be watching at Soja or Juni Nale.
The weather seems quite clear, and I can already see the glimpse of Mount Jigme. Unfortunately, a blanket of clouds still hides the mountains. We were unsure if we would get to see them once we got to the summit. The moment we entered the base camp area, the beautiful, majestic Mount Jhomolhari came into view, and I couldn't contain my excitement.
Lasso Sem Gadi Gachlabna Mishibe Jhomolhari Gamchi Zeto to the Jesu Mush Sama Azire do in the best churro summertime Nalu this will make it one of the numbers of Rerila. Nache Baba Dargapchat chop chapchit about the viewer Matutu Benai. The Analu Zisubala zone Nimchi Ruinsimbe. The Anani zone de Bewachin Hema wrote Sig is on the mush. The Hemana wrote Do Gakaps and me Matavi Capsula never. The Nalu Zompechi Shubilo. The Ani Zompe de Ginalo Zondi Chaps Habe. The Doba Hasadi Kogi Nimshadalu Nimigi Yudi Kogi Zondigo Pogo Bemba. The Ani Poma Tuba Kogi Mrs. Kubishim Dabet that Zondi Nim the Pogo Dochi Bewachin. The Anagi Ladi Dagobe. Anagi Ladi Dagobe Anabeka Pepsi is a Kogi Garden Pepsi. 텔레tet message 수나미 서밋때 같이 받나 마셔봐 자도 탑. 때 안에 좀디 잡 되베기 갑술로 좀디 잡 되베기 갑술로 같이 배다 모서 와친 암치 예빌로. 때 암디기 알루치 바 세무 탑치라 알루무 추추빌로. 때 알루무 추달로 모기 루주디 가데 벨랍치 사와친 링구 대우와디 민구 대우다세. 때 안에 베 모기 마시 같이 뭐 알루고 세무 탑치라 알루루 랍주 탑베 모기 안에 베 네실다 안에 베 파다 수탄탐미로 미세기 수기 불로 때 미디 수기 골레베베 모기 놀라미기 된다데 하고 싶네 다니 좀베디 통다 이세 공기 좀베디 세라노 봐때 슐레 메시지 차잡 좀베디 세베 때 다토에 아니 메시지수 아니기 미주디수 다토마 시킴 가티나치로 다토에 유이사데 베셰빈베 때 공기 날라마 주달로 날라마 도치 박 주이세메 때 다토에 아니 메시지 차잡 공기 마 시킴레 Lachi yebelo na Jhomolhari thonsi ki lachi te ani gu ani dodi ke hisabe te khunge tatoya ne bete nagi su khati sa ne be phiise na hi masu te bero ane be phiise lojo ane be shebi me te amso be gato to yumushla ta magi gachbeni mo sa te natingi nale abe zeshim da ana rich thoma gushla ani ladi zeshim le yale pha jube chuchu jaake chirimi ki la mush Jhomolhari sumbe chiga pipi ni be
Finally, we are officially here at Jangothang Base Camp, elevated at 4,100 meters above sea level.
Finally, Jhomolhari Base Camp, Jangothang altitude 4,100 meters above the sea level.
This is exactly the place where the tourist and the trekkers halt their second night and third as well, if they don't want to go any further and return back from here.
Dana Jangothang analia zuchura analu dapugi chute jinapchengi chute na du analu tele gesi gam chibe tatona dupathensi dugusla ani dupathensi ki nale yakhata zeg joachite twins lakes namsami popular emoshane te lishi jeni im dauchi bache analba zip chira balo electric poles yakhata jube wire phakata connect be ba ani di lishi khatu jume se shunebe te gesi gam chibe nabuso ane be jongo bachin direction da ane be jongo be.
Despite the blanket of clouds in front of the mountain, we pushed ourselves to the summit with our hopes high. And there we saw the blue sheeps. These mountains are not just a backdrop for nomadic people, but it's the very foundation of their existence, providing a complex and life-sustaining ecosystem. The entire inhabitant living down the valley benefits from the water, which is the source of life. It doesn't only serve as a pasture and grazing land to the nomadic people, but a home to the beautiful snow leopard and blue sheeps as well. The lake that you can see down there is the Jigme in front of the mountain itself. But we can't see the snow-capped Mount Jigme, which could have been so beautiful. As we wait for the sky to open up, we saw something happening towards the lower side. Far from the distance, we saw a dead yak being surrounded by the vultures, the mighty Himalayan griffins. As we wait for the sky to open up, we couldn't stop ourselves from dancing with the harmony of the nature. We waited and waited. It's already 3:30 p.m. Today the weather is not on our side, so we decided to descend down. Feeling quite disappointed, yet the tendency of waiting and tolerance developed. If not today, there will be tomorrow. It's all about hope, and that's what keeps us alive. As if Jomo, the deity of Mount Jhomolhari, felt our disappointment, she presented her sunset view through the clouds, saying goodbye.
That's the good example. Dari be watching a chigi D5. The daring a chigat juni most watching a chit in Nalebe. So who cut to juni la Twins Lake Tower. The Twins Lake the chigatarinam city at Sambe that today. Tamakati Jungala Shunimi. The Tamanam city lesion betonsu batching a chile consume the enemy. Dele evening come to a channel waterfall chibi. That's a judge.
She never fails to amaze us. What a view! And today, it's not just her welcoming us. This is Mount Drake. It has distinctive pyramid-shaped peak, composed of razor-sharp ridges. With the weather being on our side, we feel so fortunate to witness all this majestic, beautiful, picturesque mountains. No sooner did we start climbing up, we are accompanied by these horses, only to find out that they are going to Lingji, a journey which can take the whole day through the rugged mountains, and they left. Before the clouds covered away every inches of this beautiful mountains, I stopped to gaze, fearing I won't see it again as the day passed by, because the summer weather is unpredictable here in Bhutan.
Lasola tatu watching the Machina Jangothang le half an hour de chigiti now umdalo the na nogila you be Jisubushlan Nogila Yula and Sago dinner be watching. The Sago dinale Tangachina Kanchi Jhomolhari Leshube Jesu the Naka to Guluba Tangachi somewhat pushing the Shinamisam Leshbe Tola the Ansagona Husi the Achinale Pakada 40 minutes to the Lomat for Lake Ansagona Heavy the Lamdi watching Zumi Mababa Jangothang Male Gutupji right Katu Suyaksagi Lamdi Tik Benasashunebe the half an hour de Chijudalana Hula the Lamdi Dan Nalegati Jugmos watching then Lunguda Digibe Jugobilla.
It took us almost half an hour to reach this beautiful place, which is actually pasture land for the nomadic people here, as you can see. Had there been no clouds, we could have seen all the 3 majestic mountains from this place so vividly.
Nimngayasi. Acha sobu junibei. Luni ai. Tama yalama loke. Tama yalama lokta tunage daru tama yasamu pushe wasi jebi suname nome.
On the way, I met someone I call Mom, because we used to be neighbors when I was a kid. Her children are all my childhood friends, and our relationship was more like family. Seeing her after more than a decade made me feel truly delighted and happy.
또 마다 제가 칼럼미디 배웠진 네 해마 중국 안에 나 이게 뭐 댄스나 비슷한 배우고 있는데 댄스나 비슷한 나는 대소가 알아가지 자율 프렌디 라이트다 또 제질라 마치바 하면 야시남 샘샘 거이 대다른 나는 위치에 잡는 샘샘 거이 댄스 남겐 우긴 today if you are watching from Australia 예매나 대타마 야가다 초보 같은 주베 야르마 우베 또 이게 배샤 또 지사베 또 마치
Mum invited me and my friend for the lunch, which we will have it later after visiting the Twins Lake. Usually there are packages for the tourist and even for locals, which include the view of Mount Jhomolhari, including other peaks and Twins Lake as well, so they will take you around within the given time. You have opted for.
아이 구도부터 쇼미 좀 손매매 이마가야 밀라게 치게 비들 손매매 So finally we are here at Sofu. Thotseti bachi 10 meters above the sea level. The Jangothang le bachi 1.5 hour de chinga chigole be wi. Tane bodalu na hisela. Tana zimi de Sofu Lake zeme dani la Twins Lake se mush analu Malaysian be tawachi nya disu nam sam ya khujab de. Jana hi de su be de bodo kore. Summer time na benni me. The first leg, the Nale, the first leg, the Twins leg, the Gobi Dendong, but the Chi Atali, as if at this Atali, the Nale Tom is and it's Todiki Gulay, the Tom is Sube, Achayakata Kiki. So that's my first leg, the Jigme Tenzin. Then the second leg la. Then about the low. First towards the right, first one towards the right. Second day anang left na low. And about the Twins legs Finally, and we want to learn.
In search of a greater view of the Twins Lake in one frame, we decided to climb further up the mountain lining straight, with both the lakes.
Lasso, tato ba chinga china sofu semo twins ek chodi ki tale hidi ki be the beauty now we only thing is
this is the perfect spot to witness Twins Lake. Bought in one frame, and had there been no clouds, we could have seen Mount Jiku Draki as the backdrop, making it so picturesque. Being part of this beautiful place, we couldn't stop our heart singing out.
Next now. Next, come on, next. Next.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Nisam.
We could have stayed there for days, simply doing nothing, enjoying every moment and the view, breathing in the pure air. But our stomachs growled, signaling their hunger, so we decided to head down.
Lasso. So we thought it is Yata Lema. You check our swing. And we the look judo. The thought it Tachma Aiki Roma, Chadichap Shagis in the those are judo Jenshla. 야, 나 지금 이만 또 샀을 때 왔을 때나 ABS이 안으로 주도 버렸다.
It was a moment of pure happiness. After almost 15 years, we found ourselves transported back to those beautiful bygone days. The feeling was bittersweet, though, saddened by how we have all been physically transformed by time. The atmosphere was filled with joy, warmth, a sense of belonging, and all in all, I felt like being home. As soon as we got inside and settled ourselves, Mum and Dad gave us the lunch they had prepared for us.
Ja, da als shush. Da shigo sa shabe judo mare. Tenzin get the chute male tawachin anime de mare na ida pada chigana. Ya say then.
That's right, ja.
Malama um da show the ma ba so
Some gauge woman. Malva some gauge.
malama sam. Ya to sabe asta. Navanasıl tevai. Navanasıl ya gerçi. Ya.
If you were in a place far from home, what would you feel if you found someone you had been so close to as a child, but had lost touch with over time for various reasons? Saying goodbye is always the hardest feeling that I don't want to go through. And it's an inevitable way of life. Now we are heading towards the waterfall site. After walking for an hour, we came to a point where we saw the waterfall, and we couldn't stop ourselves from running towards it.
Yeah, last of Zambo. That is watching a chigi 6th final day. The Tariting a Nalama Bessi de Parokatu. Senta Shoba Naginam Shinet and the Legion Bay of watching that Chuchutageta Jhomolhari give you the superiors and touched over time 5 long duty, but the Namshi is on Matobe a chigi chair of Pimasu. The Tatoba time up to 10 plus Yasi. You need Japat Zismith watching. The Nagi guesthouse Tiani. The only information this way like Chelu took Jean Tobala.
Finally, the moment of truth intervened in our joyful stay in the mountains. Nevertheless, we were fully prepared to accept nature's lesson, which channeled through us, reminding us of the impermanence of all existence.
toka tumi tigat kapani yena kusharba toka tumi tigat kapani Etik nasıl?
Culture show देखा
Culture Monday
आर्ट फेस्टिवल का
Monday festival here 1 month to
पंची
1 month to Chepura Shepsemina
On the way down, we bumped into those school students whom you saw in my previous vlog. Upon asking where they were going, they told me they were going to school to practice a dance for the annual Jhomolhari Mountain Festival, which is just a few weeks away.
Shega Chengi kale charu chikale charu chikale ya now that's still too much you do not help it so to explore with budget like channel dala to ya Thomas Mabebe ya special is bye bye
After 2.5 hours descent, we reached at Thangthanka, the first campsite. We stopped for the lunch and right after, we moved down without wasting time. Though my body is literally moving down towards the valley, my heart and soul still yearns for the mountains. Finally, we made it back to the base, the initial point of the trek at Shana. We felt a deep sense of satisfaction after completing the trek successfully. This is my favorite trek so far, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Finally, after 6 days, Jhomolhari ki trek di ju today. The daringa cha ya Jhomolhari le na Shana sense 7 hours ki team me. The na hisla finally. The nabu yoya nigi video to see the Vietnam summit to attend the moon no ki lewa. Nada ni charo sangi khandu ki khatule. New session be. Next time ya diwa gato to be content national tel subscribe se the be kan charo session be. La so paro gato jinge. Yeah, tavenda Jhomolhari ki 6 days ki trek di ju du ki bete nachimna hisi nachimna hibda ro gach beda is watching tengai wife ki surprise chi shanu te ti nabu yon ro tenge tu kala
Johnny boy hum song zone mai chain kin gonna be gar Kursel dawa